What's up, guys? Edrone here, and today we're going to be looking at the Master Airscrew Quiet Propellers V2 for the DJI Mavic Air. Stay tuned. Master Airscrew Props has sent me not one, but 3 sets of the version 2 quiet propellers for the DJI Mavic Air. I'm very excited to go ahead and try these out. Check out my video up here in the right hand corner of the V1 I did, the Master Airscrew review. I really liked the props. For me, they worked really well. They quieted down the annoying tone of the DJI Mavic Air to a much tolerable lower tone, and they actually gave me a little bit longer flight time, a little more efficient. And you know, with the recommended settings, I've not gotten any errors or motor errors or anything like that, but a lot of you have. So Master Airscrew is basically said that they have addressed this issue with these new V2 props. You can see they sent me 3 sets. We're going to be giving away two sets of these props. Watch to the end of the video for details on the giveaway on that. But they sent me 3 different colors. Got the black, the pink, and the blue. I'm going to be keeping the black for my own personal use, and the pink and the blue are going to be up for grabs. So make sure you watch the end of this video to get the detailed instructions on how to enter to win for your free set of these Master Airscrew DJI Mavic Air Quiet Propellers V2. Now, we're going to do some comparison testing. We're going to test these props versus the stock props and versus the V1s, because Master Airscrew is claiming these new V2s are actually even quieter than the V1s. So we're going to go ahead and put that to the challenge. We're going to go ahead and put that to the test, and we're going to go ahead and do a little decibel meter little test, and we're going to do this in a very controlled environment indoors, so that way we get the most scientific results that we can possibly achieve for what I have to work with. This is going to be the DJI Mavic Air Master Airscrew Props V2 test. We're going to fly this around first in GPS, normal mode. Then we're going to switch over to sport mode, and we're going to see if we get any motor errors or anything like that. First thing we're going to need to do is put in the recommended settings into our gains that Master Airscrew recommends. So Master Airscrew gives us the recommended settings, and I'll flash them up here on the screen for you, to set up the DJI Mavic Air with these V2 props. So go to your settings, go here to the craft, and you're going to go to gain. Right here you'll see we have pitch, roll, yaw, and vertical. Now these settings you're seeing right now were the recommended settings from Master Airscrew for the V1 props. Now you can see with the V2 we need to change the pitch to 85. We need to change the roll to 100. We need to change the yaw to 95 and the vertical to 100. So take a look at the screen. These are the recommended settings from Master Airscrew for these new V2 props. So we have the settings correctly on here. Okay, so let's go back out, and let's go back and make sure they're the same. Yep, so they're saving there. Go back. Okay, we're going to first take off in just in regular GPS mode. Let's go ahead and do a hover and see what it looks like. Do precision takeoff here. All right, let's bring it down. I have the obstacle avoidance turned on. Got a little bit of wind, but not much. No oscillations as of yet. It's pretty stable. All right, looks so good. No errors as of yet. Let's do a little yaw. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's try sport mode. We're in sport mode now. Okay. So far so good. Let's try the pitch forward. So far so good. No oscillations, none. Feels very locked in, solid. Oh, sorry about that. I had the warning on there about sport mode. Full throttle punch. Feels very locked in. No motor errors that I'm seeing. Yeah, definitely feels much more controlled than the V1s in sport mode. Oh yeah, much more locked in. Not getting any oscillations side to side or pitch forward or backward. Yeah, much better. Yeah, feels very good. No oscillation. Okay, I'd say sport mode is definitely passing. Definitely passing in sport mode. Feels very locked in. No oscillations. No motor errors. I'd say Master Airscrew got it definitely right this time. Definitely an improvement over the V1s, because even on the V1s, if you check my video, I was having slight oscillations when I was in sport mode. When I was going side to side, I was getting some slight oscillations, but no oscillations. Feels very good. Yeah. Definitely feels a lot more locked in, no oscillation. And I'm just hammering it. I'm just going full stick deflection here in sport mode, trying to see if anything's gonna happen. I'm not getting no motor errors, no oscillations. Okay, I'd say we definitely have a successful test here on the V1s. Take for a little full throttle spin, just for a little ways. Just want to see if we get any kind of motor errors or anything, you know, for a little bit of a long distance flight here. Full throttle, sport mode. Okay, let's go ahead and do a return to home. Going to take it out of sport mode, and we're going to go ahead and return to home. Alright, so we're in regular GPS mode, and we are coming home. So far, I'm really impressed, guys. No oscillation in sport mode whatsoever. Feels incredibly locked in. No motor errors. Definitely think the Master Airscrew has addressed the issues as for what I'm saying. I did not get the motor errors on the original V1s. You can check out the link, to that. I'll put the link in the description for my original V1 test. But I did not get any motor errors on the V1s, but a lot of you other guys were. So I think the V2s are definitely going to address that. Feels a lot more locked in. Okay, we are landing. Not to mention, I think it's really nice that they come in different colors. A little bit easier to see the props there. All right, we are coming down. Had to correct my GPS there. It was a little off. Was a little off there on the GPS. 8 satellites, so not a lot. Accuracy is not going to be that great. Let's go ahead and check with the sensors turned off. So I'm going to turn off the obstacle avoidance. And let's go ahead and test it now. Alright, nice and docile there. Alright, feels good. No oscillation in regular GPS with the obstacle avoidance turned off. And it's definitely nice, the different color props. You can really see, it gives you a good representation of where the props are, so you can really see it. So I like the different color props. That's nice. But yeah, they feel great. No oscillations. Got a little bit of wind blowing right now. See how it handles that. That wind's not too bad today. I'll put the stats up on the screen so you can see the wind. Okay. Definitely a successful test there for the DJI Mavic Air. Okay, this is a decibel meter app that I put on my phone, and I tested all 3 of the props. This is probably not the most accurate test, but it's what I had to work with. So what you'll see is to look at those numbers and how they fluctuate, and you want to look for when they get to the highest. The stock does go to the highest number. The V2s actually went, I think, a little bit higher than the V1s, but consistently it looks like the V2s were a little bit quieter. But keep in mind, these props change the tone of the sound, more or less the tone versus the actual decibels. Okay, for these next 3 tests, what I did was, as soon as the drone left the ground, I started the timer, and as soon as I got the first red flash of the LED on the back, I stopped the timer, and I sped each one up 8 times. So this should be pretty consistent as much as I can get, but take it with a grain of salt. You know, there's a lot of variables. I did give rest periods in between tests, but just keep in mind that, you know, this is not the most accurate test, but it gives you a ballpark. I think you'll see that the V2s definitely give you a little bit longer flight time. So go ahead and enjoy.
I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. The cold nights just don't feel the same. Oh, like my life inside a car. Hit the button, drive real far. Put that record on me like, I'm dreaming of you. I dream of a new life. Fighting the dark till we see the sunlight. My love, it's you and I. Close, close and cool like this fire. So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. I'm dreaming of you. I dream of a new life. Fighting the dark till we see the sunlight. My love, it's you and I. Close, close and cool like this fire. So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. I can't wait to leave this town. I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down.
Faded in this dark and smoky room, where your face reflecting bright green, brights and blues. You know I can't go on to disappear with you, but don't think that is what I would usually do. You know it's just like I felt the heat the moment he pressed his lips up against mine. Don't wanna fuck this whole thing up like I do every time. Fire is burning through this silence. I can't take it, can't control this flame we started. You know I'm fire in my heart, yeah.
I try to make this as much of a controlled environment as I can, so there's no wind coming through. The windows are shut. It's very warm in here, probably very humid as well, which we all know that humidity actually is more efficient for propellers than cold air. So obviously you'll get more of a flight time if you're flying around, but this is just going to be 3 different hover tests. One with the stock props, one with the Master Airscrew V1s, and then the third with the Master Airscrew V2 props. And we're using we're using freshly charged batteries for each test, so we get the most accurate results, and we can try to go ahead and just compare and see what kind of flight times are going to differ between the 3 different types of props. Just want to let you know that for each individual test with the 3 different types of props, I am using the recommended gain settings from Master Airscrew for the V1 versus the V2. And for the stock propellers, I'm using the stock Mavic Air settings with the firmware that I have, which is 100 for each individual setting, gain setting. And I'm giving a rest period in between tests of about 15 to 20 minutes to allow the motors to cool down. Some information I thought you definitely need to know about this test. Let's go ahead and take a look at these new V2 Master Airscrew Stealth Low Noise Quick Propellers from Master Airscrew for the DJI Mavic Air. Now, these are the V2, you see right here, and these are in the black. So take a look and see what you get in the box. Okay, so you get your nice little Master Airscrew little pouch here with the blades, which we'll look at in just a second. Get some quick start guide. This is really nice. They actually included this in the package. This tells you how to, on the app, navigate down to get your gain settings to the appropriate settings that they need to be set to. And we'll go over that later on in the video. You'll see that as well. So you have a nice little quick start guide with the recommended gain settings for these propellers. You get your instructions and your warning sheet, basically letting you know how long these props are supposed to last before you should replace them, and all the legal disclaimers. And you also get some cool Master Airscrew sticker here that you can use to put somewhere. And that's everything that you get in the box. So let's go ahead and check out the propellers. These are in the nice black. They are the shiny black, like the V1s that I had. And just like the stock prop, you can see you have the lock and unlock on the blade, telling you which position locks the blade into place. You also have these nice little white indicators for the corresponding motors. So white for the white motors and non-white for the non-white motors. And you can also tell you have a V2. If you look on the bottom of the blade, you'll see they printed V2 right in the plastic. So let's go ahead and compare the V2s versus the V1 versus the stock propellers. Here's all 3 propellers. I have the V1, the V2, and then the stock propeller. Now, one thing I will say I do like about the stock propeller is these little white strips of paint right here on the tips. And when they actually spin, you can see that as a circle. So I really like that the stock props have that. Whereas the plain black props on the V1s or the V2s, you really can't see the props clearly, the edges of the props. However, in the V2 Master Airscrew, they have kind of addressed this in a way, because now you have different colors available, and that you can, when they spin, you can actually see the props very clearly. So that's a nice little added little touch there. So let's go ahead and compare the V1 and the V2. Basically, just kind of look at it, and these are all the same blades. It looks like, from what I can tell, it looks like the pitch on the V2s is not quite as steep as the V1. You see that? The pitch on the V2 definitely looks more aggressive. So they've changed the pitch a little bit on the V2s versus the V1. Let's look at the actual blade itself. So the blade itself looks about the same size. Well, it's hard to say at this point, but it kind of appears that the V2s have a little bit thicker down on this end, and also less pitch. So it looks like they've altered the blade design a little bit. Give it less of a pitch, but they've widened the blade back here some. So let's go ahead and look at the stock prop versus the V2. Obviously, you can see there's a big difference here. The blade's a lot thicker on the Master Airscrew. Right about the same length. Master Airscrew might be just a tad bit longer, and I just mean just a little bit longer, not much. And obviously, you look at the pitch of the Mavic Air stock propeller versus the Master Airscrew V2. You can see that the Master Airscrew definitely has a little bit more of a pitch. So let's go ahead and compare the V1 with the stock prop, and you can see definitely more of a steeper pitch with the V1 as well, and blade is definitely fatter at the bottom. And if we look at this, we can see that the blade is a little bit longer. So there's all three propellers there. So you can see they definitely have changed the design of the V2s versus the V1 for the Master Airscrew. Less pitch, but looks like a little bit fatter down here at the bottom. Installing the Master Airscrew propellers is really quite simple. Just like your stock propellers, they're all labeled, and this one doesn't have the white. So this one's going to go right here on this motor. You're literally just going to push it down. Once you push it down and get into place, you're going to turn it to lock it into place, and it's that simple. I mean, you can change these blades out in a matter of 30, 40 seconds. This is the part you've been waiting for. How do you get your chance to win one of these sets of props from Master Airscrew for your DJI Mavic Air? It's really simple. You just need to like this video. You need to leave one comment, and one comment only, down below. You need to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And the full list of the giveaway instructions will be down in the video description. Now, what I'm going to do for you is, if you live in the United States, I'm going to ship this to you for absolutely $0. It's going to be free. If you live outside the United States and you wish to enter to win this giveaway, you must pay shipping. I just can't afford to send these, all the way half across the world. If someone across the world happens to win. So that's just the rules, guys. So if you live in the U.S., it's going to be free shipping. If you do not live in the U.S. and you do not want to pay for shipping, please do not enter this giveaway. Like I said, the official rules for the giveaway will be down in the video description. I have 2 sets of these to give away, and you're not really gonna get a choice on color. I'm just gonna send one way and one the other. So you will whoever wins, whoever the winners are, you will either get the magenta or you will get the blue. So we're gonna run this giveaway for 2 weeks. We're gonna see, just comments down below, and we're gonna select the winner in 2 weeks from the date this video is uploaded. We're gonna select 2 winners by random comment picker. So make sure you only leave 1 comment. Thank you so much to Master Airscrew for sending me these props. I definitely see and feel a difference, a positive difference. No prop oscillation whatsoever in sport mode. I think you'll agree that the flight time definitely is a little bit longer from my testing anyway. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. More DJI Mavic Air videos to come on the channel, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, guys, good luck, everyone. Edrone out.